Right, so hi guys, welcome back to the K2A podcast. We're at season 1, episode 19. The K2A podcast is a show where we talk about school life and we reminisce about our school memories. This show is essentially for people who have passed out of college, passed out of school and are currently college, working, and etc. So this is something like a trip down memory lane. So with that, I'd like to introduce my co-host Ashish for the evening.
Hello.
Ashish, you had dinner?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you have?
I had this big batch of fried rice. Not actual dinner, but I had fried rice as a snack.
So with that, we'll introduce our guest for the evening, Harshitha Srinivasan from the batch of
Hi.
2015. Conference.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me here. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, so let's hope she's less nervous now.
Yeah.
So we got a very interesting topic we're going to talk about today. The topic today is that destiny has many ways of going through our lives, and we all believe that we're all made up of what am I saying? We all believe that fate is going to take us somewhere someday. But when we're in school, we all have a lot of ideologies. We all have different dreams we want to pursue, right? So, for example, when I was small, I wanted to become a delivery boy, and now you have Swiggy and Zomato. So, is it a dream come true? I don't know, right?
It could be. They pay really well.
Yeah, 50K per month.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, so that was my dream. I never really thought, is it a feasible idea? Will some girl marry me from a delivery boy? Will I get pension, mutual fund? I never thought of that. It was a very naive dream, kind of. So, Harshita, what was your dream in probably nursery or first standard or whatever?
I don't recollect much, but I know that my mom would tell me this. So every day I would have a different ambition. Like one day I wanted to be a chef, and then the next day I wanted to be a surfer, and then one day it would be a painter. So it was really fun to like think back and see how so optimistic I was. I just believed like I could do anything and everything's just very achievable. No one tells you that it's very hard to achieve, so you just go and dream on and no one at that point you just aim for the cool things. No one thinks to themselves, oh, I want to be a banker, or oh, I want to be an engineer. Everyone's just like pilot, surfer, actor. It was a really fun time where you could just dream without any limits.
So, Ashish, what about you? What was your dream when you were in school?
I think this is a very obvious one, but cricket player.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
This is like a typical dream amongst most people there. Is I was going to be the next Sachin Tendulkar. I was going to score, which I think is really funny because I remember as a kid watching these matches, right? Watching these 50-over matches and watching like India and all just score like 200 runs. I'm like, 300 balls, only 200 runs. If I am there, every ball 1,600. 50-over match, 1,000 runs, done.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a very similar dream of being a cricketer and all that. So I used to go to cricket coaching regularly, and you play bindas over there. There is nobody to tell you cannot do this, you cannot do that. I'm going to become that. That's it. That's all I know. So that was my dream. And once I feel you grow up, which will come later in the segment, when you grow up, people start telling you the realities of life. That
Yeah.
cricket players, there's a lot of politics. You really have to have influence in the cricket field and all that. And then you start getting doubts in your mind, which is not there when you're small. When you're small, you're like, if someone gives you like a big plate of pizza and says, "Can you finish it?" Like, yeah, done. I'm going to finish it. That optimism just gets cut when you become an adult.
True.
So why do you think that happens? We talk about dreams, we talk about ambitions, we talk about aspirations. Why does that go when we become adults?
I think we all just realize what it actually entails and what the real world is. Just like it's a harsh thing to face, but just something that I don't know when it is that you realize how hard things are in life. Do you guys remember like there was like a certain point for you guys when you felt that oh it's not possible?
I think
Or did
it happens throughout school. Like in Devi Nursery, you'll have a dream which will then be like, nah. So you'll have a different dream in like, I don't know, high school, and then you'll have a different dream in the beginning of college, and then a different dream at the end of college.
Correct.
Which I think we can address individually. I think we can like now talk about like our personal dreams from each of these different stages and why we stop pursuing them.
Yeah.
You know, there was a course called E-Cube. I don't know how many of you remember.
YouTube.
Yeah, E-Cube. Oh, you joined from ICC, okay, ICC kid. So, right, so E-Cube, so where basically it was a value education course where we did not learn values. we are like free period, okay. So, the one distinct, event which I remember from that place was that they asked us what we want to become. One guy said pilot, one guy said astronaut, one guy said cricketer, and I said French vegetarian chef. Okay, because at that point of time I was beginning to master chef and all. Okay, so yeah, so I thought, okay, cool voice from behind and cool camera angles, and oh, he's making chicken, oh, he's making broccoli and all the things. Basically, he's making upma over there. Okay, upma and tenga chutney, but still. They hype it up so much and like, "Bacha, I want to become chef." Okay, so French vegetarian chef, that was my dream.
And this is when, like, which grade?
This was, I think, 8th, 9th standard kind of.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was big into these TV
Pretty
shows.
advanced this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think by 6th or 7th, my parents sat me down and they were like, you need to have realistic, achievable dreams, not stuff like surfer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's a hobby for the rich, surfing.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So we've talked about nursery. So this is our dream. We all had a dream. Now let's talk about when we come to probably grade 6 to 9, which is probably the formative years of our school life, where maths become tougher. People actually turn out to be really bad. You start to have your own friends group. So what happens then? Do your dreams change or do they remain the same?
I think mine definitely changed because I remember my parents telling me that you need to start thinking about what you want to do in life. But I was honestly, like, I was going through adolescence and, all the beautiful changes that were happening with it. So for the longest time, I just wanted to be Hrithik Roshan's girlfriend. So I did not put a lot of thought into my future and I just decided. I think I actually seriously buckled up only in like 8th or maybe the end of 9th or something.
So what about you?
Shiva?
Hey, I was about to ask you, Bacha, because I don't have an answer. Okay, so for me, until the 6th standard, I was into a lot of sports, right? So I used to just come back from school, eat a small snack, and just run out of the house. I used to play like table tennis, basketball, football, cricket, every kind of sport. So probably at that point of time, I was into the Olympics a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm going to become a jumper, some kind of 100 meters guy. But also, I was into a lot of Michael Jackson videos. Okay, so I was, whenever I hear a song, I start dancing. So I was like, one day I'm going to become a dancer. I want to dance like Hrithik Roshan. Or that's like Shahid Kapoor and all
See,
that.
everyone had a crush on Hrithik Roshan.
Yeah, totally. See, I had a crush on Hrithik Roshan after Doom 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Like,
that
seriously,
movie was
man.
the best.
Yeah, Doom 2 and War. He looks awesome, right?
I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my dream. I never thought I'll become I have never heard anybody saying, I want to become an engineer when they're in 6th.
I know, right?
Yeah. I've heard doctor, I've heard astronaut, never engineer.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Okay. So, like, but I used to envy these kids, who probably were in skating, running, badminton since 6th class. So we had a guest on the show, so Divya Hoskere. I don't know if you've heard of her. So she's really big into the dancing arena right now. And she said that so she said that she's been dancing since 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been in the dancing scene since 3 years, and now she's become a professional dancer. She's, I think, about 1 year our junior in Kumarans, if I'm not wrong. So those people are really set in life. They have a goal, they're going to follow it. People like me, we get very confused at the end of 10th standard. I wanted to become a scientist. Then 11th comes and life shows you औकात. Like, beta तुझसे नहीं होगा. Just calm down, give IIT entrance, become engineer. That's it.
So true.
So, yeah, what about your 10th experience? What were your dreams in 10th?
Okay, I don't remember exactly. I think in 10th I was when I actually got into drums. And I was like, I'm going to be the world's best drummer, which
Oh.
which was really funny because in 10th I would not listen to any r- rock music ever. I was only listening to like Pitbull and shit like that, which there is no drums in that. It's just a 4/4 beat in there. So yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna be the best drummer. This is the easiest thing ever because it's just dun 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 dun. That's it. Like this is gonna be easy for me.
So did you achieve it? Were you a good drummer?
Uh, at Pitbull's level, yeah. Like if I am making beats for like a Pitbull song, I am a genius.
Dude, Ashish is a good drummer if all the drummers in the world were dead. Okay?
No, I am.
Then Ashish is a good drummer.
I am a decent drummer. Like in any standard, I am a decent drummer. But taking like my 10th standard idea of a good drummer or of a great drummer, I would have exceeded that because okay, anyone that listens to pop music at all, they know that there is no sophistication of drums there. Like drums is almost like an afterthought. They've like made the whole song. They've done the whole video also. Everything's done. Marketing they've spent. Then someone's like, sir, you have to put a beat there, sir. How you have to put a beat? Okay, fine. Put some kind of dapanga to beat there. Dun tanata, dun tanata, dun tanata. They just add that beat at the last. That's it.
What is happening? Why is the radio silent? Someone say something now.
No, like he just got so like passionate about talking about his drums. I thought it was best that we not interrupt his flow.
No. You don't interrupt Ashish, then podcast over. It's a big problem. Okay.
Wait, did any of you guys follow whatever your parents do? Are you guys in the same profession as your parents?
So for
Sort of.
actually, Harshitha has a very good point because there are three guys in my class who are from business families and they're doing engineering. Point number one, I don't know why they're doing engineering because they're in the business family. Point number two is I always tell them when you started your engineering course, you've already been placed. Basically, because they have a shop, they have business. Even if they fail the engineering, it's fine. Probably engineering is just for marriage. Like, oh, my son's an engineer, you marry him. So, with respect to me, my mom is into teaching. She's into the teaching profession. She's teaching MBA students business analytics. My dad's a marketing consultant. So, yeah. So, I will say I'm inclined towards MBA. That's point number one because a lot of discussion in my family is around, economic, whatever comes in the paper, the papers, business, and etc. So, some inclination is there. With respect to my mom's side, she's into a lot of research. So, invariably, I have got into that also. Yeah, kind of confusing actually. So, yeah, I think an important point we can talk about is that what your parents do at home does influence your life decisions in a certain way. Because, for example, you're a family of lawyers, invariably, 90% of the time, there is probability you will also turn up to be a lawyer.
Oh wow! So then I'm one of the 10%, I guess.
Oh, your parents are lawyers?
No, they're chartered accountants actually.
Oh, so
My
you were the
mom does a
disappointment
job.
in your family or something?
Yeah, I swear they all thought I'd be smart and I'd end up a chartered accountant as well. But I absolutely hated what I saw, so I thought, I'll go into science instead.
So how's that turned out?
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. I really wish they had told me before, like they would have sat me down and maybe forced me to, becoming a chartered accountant. So then my life would have turned out way better. Because apparently they get paid like 70,000 as a starting salary per month
Oh, yeah.
these days. So
You got to work.
that's
You got to work. Do the selection rate is like 2%.
that's true. Yeah. But still, I mean, I think it can go either way. I think either you're inclined to do what your parents are doing, or you just go the entire opposite way. Two ends of the spectrum.
So that's an important point. So how important is it to break away from your parents' aspirations, or is it correct to follow it?
I don't know. Like, it depends on what you want to do. And I think certain times, like, we obviously have dreams and stuff that, I want to achieve this thing, or I have a dream of doing this thing. In which case, like, if your parents want you to do something, but then, that is clearly not your dream, and like, you know what you're doing, and I think it's fine to like not listen to your parents all the time. Yeah.
I mean, do you think it is correct? Because I have this confusion. Do you think it's correct to just say, whatever it is, I'm in 10th standard, I want to follow my dream? Because a lot of questions come up to science. I mean, people who do very well in science, and then when they say I'm going to take arts, people ask, why are you taking arts? You got 10 CGPA. And the student says that's not the point. Just because I take a 10 CGPA, it doesn't mean I cannot take arts. So they clearly had a plan that, okay, I'm going to get into, economics field or history field or whatever. But maybe their parents want them to get in the science field. So what's your take on that?
That to me is like a nationwide problem. Though. It's not like a individual problem. This almost like looking down on the arts thing. Not like a individual problem, like, oh, why do you take arts? And that's pretty, disrespectful of the arts, if you will. Like, someone gets good marks, it means that, you are better than the arts. You're supposed to go to science.
Yeah.
I think it's foolish.
So, So, like, talking about science, me and Harshitha know how it is, right? So, until 10th, until 10th, I was like, I'm going to become a scientist in ISRO or NASA. Space scientist, basically. But then, come to 11th, and then you meet Newton. You meet Gauss. You meet a lot of new people. Okay? And you don't like those people a lot. You don't want to meet them. You do not want to meet them. You don't like their face. You don't like what they say. You don't like their proofs. You don't like their books. But you have to read them. Okay? So, So I think that's where 11th standard is where my dreams started shattering.
Yeah, there's so much self-doubt created in that whole period where you just feel like you're not good enough for anything. Oh man, that was a tough time.
Believe it or not, my dream in 11th was just to be good in academics. And that's such a bad dream. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just sucks the life out of you. Okay, in 11th. There are some people who are academically inclined, academically gifted. Well, very good for you. Well done. But I had this dream of I want to come first in class. I want to get 25 and 25 in the test. I want to top my exams. And when I look back, it seems so silly. But at that stage, at such a tender age, 11th and 12th standard, you just want to, look good in the eyes of your friends, the eyes of your teachers, and more importantly, the eyes of your parents.
Yes.
So
I feel like 11th, even 10th for that matter, 10th, 11th, and 12th, I feel like we were all so young, and I feel it is really unfair for us to be asked to decide what we want to do for the rest of our lives. I finished 4 years of college, and I'm still as clueless as I was when I was like 18 or 17. So I think we should be a little more flexible. I mean, I know we can't just sit and not do anything about it, so we have to make a decision, maybe in 10th or 11th. But we should also be okay with changing it up if we ever think we're in the wrong track. And we shouldn't be afraid to do so at a later point in our lives just because we're scared about what others think.
So, Ashish, like, what was your scene after 10th?
After 10th?
Yeah, like, were you clear you wanted commerce or how was it?
Yeah, like, by 10th, I think my dream was to be like a businessman. I was going to be the next Bill Gates, make a lot of money,
Oh,
Clearly, I
retire
should
by
start
30.
talking to Ashish a lot more.
yeah.
So if I had succeeded, then fair enough, right? But like,
Hey, your life's just begun, so you never know.
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but that's a great point. But like, it doesn't feel like it's just begun because you feel 22 years old. Not like, oh yeah, I might live up to 100 years. So like 22 years is nothing. No,
Yeah.
you kind of feel like I'm already 22 and nothing has happened yet. So how much longer do I have to?
Once again, what do you want to happen?
See, my dream in
Money-
10th was I'll be a billionaire by 25. By 30, I've retired. I've gone. Okay, I am like done with work. I'm just chilling. 70 years holiday, then death.
Then death.
Yeah, and if I'm rich enough, buy myself a bionic body, transfer my conscience into that, and I live forever.
I think you're forgetting a lot of things like the immediate climate emergency and climate problem.
Yeah, but climate change does not matter to like a robot because I won't need oxygen or like clean air to live. You know, I'm a machine, so I just like take a car battery and just put it into my fingers. Boom, I'm alive forever.
Okay,
So-
clearly I'm going to start talking to Ashish more. That's some great idea.
Ashish, all the best. By the way, she's a biotech student, man. So get your concepts in place.
Should be conscious in what?
Get your concepts in place.
Concepts in place.
Yeah.
Which concept?
Whatever concepts. No, because
You're
she's
gonna run
a.
it by me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
what.
to be the scientist that brings you your bionic body too.
Yeah, apparently.
Cool.
I could literally make or break you. So
Oh shit. This is going somewhere. Nice. Right. So, after 11th and 12th, not my best years. So after 12th, when you come to
What was your dreams in 11th and 12th? Like your insane, stupid dreams. Like this is never gonna happen, but this is my dream.
yeah, so for me it was related to academics, right? Earn well.
Academics was like a normal dream. Everyone wants to get top marks and be the best student in the world.
Yeah.
But what like outer world dream did you have?
To be rich, that's it. To be rich.
To be rich.
Yeah, I get into IIT, get in the top 10 ranks, IIT Madras, earn a lot of money, and get a Ferrari. Like you said, retire rich. That was my dream. So luckily, right? So luckily, I will say writing saved me in that point of time. So I used to write short stories and all that. That kept me sane, right? That kept me really, really sane. Apart from my studies and the hectic schedules and all that, I started dreaming again when I came to my first year of college. The reason why I say this is because 11th and 12th squeezes you out, squeezes whatever life you have out of you. And then you come to college, you start on a clean slate, right? So you meet new people and you meet a lot of juniors, a lot of your colleagues who have a lot of dreams to do something. For example, my dream in college was to make the Iron Man suit, right? So
make a what?
the Iron Man suit, you've seen it, the Avengers and all. Yeah. So
yeah.
that was my dream. I don't know, is it possible or not? I don't know. I don't care. That's my dream. I want to do it.
Wait. Your dream was to become what?
No, to make the Iron Man suit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Then you come to second year in college, reality hits you, shit hits you. People turn against you, people start talking behind your back, you will betray and all that. Okay. So this is what happens.
Whoa.
Yeah. Right. What? Oh, it's never happened to you.
Never happened to me. Never had friends to begin with. Ha.
Okay, that just negates the point.
Such a sad comeback. Nobody talks about me because I don't have friends.
So that works out, yeah. So that you had no friends, that works out well.
Yeah.
But
No, but just to go back, I'm just internally laughing, thinking of like Indian Avengers, where you as Tony Shankar Iyer is just standing there, Tatastu, and then everyone, all the Avengers assemble.
do you really see me as saying Tatastu to somebody?
Just Om, and everyone just happens.
Brilliant, bro. Brilliant. You'll be Thanos Rao.
Can't wait to watch the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be crazy. Blockbuster.
Of course.
Maybe, yeah, when it comes on Amazon Prime, probably. But I just thought of this line. So I am seeing my dreams through my juniors. When I see my juniors and they come and I tell them, this is what you can do in college, and they look at me with such alertness and such enthusiasm, like, yeah, let's do it. I don't care, I want to do it. So I love that. I love that because this is what I was in first year, and now I'm in fourth year, and I see my dreams through them. So,
Do you think that's what happens with parents?
Coming to third year, I think you're right. Yes, they couldn't become something, and yeah. So, Harshitha, what's your take on that? Your parents wanted to become a CA, but you ended up becoming an engineer.
Actually, my mom wanted me to be a doctor because she was not able to be a doctor because her dad wanted her to be a doctor. She couldn't do it because they were very poor and stuff. So she pushed me to be a doctor, but that didn't work out either. And well, I mean, it's kind of, I guess, their way of achieving their dreams, but it's not the right way to do it.
So, were they disappointed when you said, I want to become an engineer? How was the conversation?
Oh yeah, I actually wasn't getting any like a medical seat, like an MBBS seat, but I was getting the DDS seat in the dental colleges. So they were ready to settle for it. They were like, dentists make a lot of money, so you should really consider that. But for whatever reason, I was just not okay with putting my hands down other people's mouths. So I told them, like, listen, it's not happening. I am not very okay with all that. And my father kind of took my side because he also felt that it was a very stressful and a very, very hard life. And he knew I was more of the happier. I'm a very emotional person, so he thought I wouldn't do well in that field. So he told me to go for it and do biotech and stuff. So I did biotech, and I'm quite glad I did.
Probably if you had become a dentist, you would have had one better chance of coming in a Sensodyne ad.
Oh, Sensodyne ad, yes. That was my dream, and I'm so sad it was not achieved. But that's okay, I'll live with it.
Oh my god, I totally forgot, sorry. So, one of my dreams was I'm going to be a film star. Yeah, totally. I'm like, I look at this actor, I'm like, this actor shit, I can do a better job.
I swear, yeah.
hero, how is he romancing this face? I have no idea, much I can do it better. Fakes.
I still feel that, like, when you watch Salman Khan movies and stuff.
Yeah, like, who did the bug? He's just rotating his belt. Like, how is that even a step, dude?
No, like,
exactly.
Not even movies. They just watch these TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, Indian TV shows are so badly produced, man.
Yeah.
But by the way, in question, like, did you pursue your dreams? Like, did you try your hand at acting and everything?
There was never
college drama club or something there.
No. We don't have a drama club. We're not into much. But yes, the dream is still there. Not be an actor. I would rather be a director. I'll write my own story and direct it. I would prefer that. I'm not so good at acting, except in front of people. That's fine. That I do. But I would.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you should try. I was in the theater club, so if you ever need any contacts, please let me know.
You have a theater club and all that shit.
Yeah,
crazy.
we did have a theater. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I thought every college did that. Like, your college is the first one that did.
No, we don't have. But yeah, it's definitely a dream. I always dream that I have a story in my head. I want to tell it to people, but I need actors and I need a decent camera. Okay.
I volunteer. I can be an actor. Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta be Mysore for that.
Okay, done. No problem.
Yeah. So I have this thing. I have a vision that I want to. I mean, it's just I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. But you can say that I'm kind of reliving my childhood. Like, I can do this. I don't care if it's possible or not. I'll just do it. I want to become a director. That's my dream. So,
but that part of the arts industry has been like marketed very, very well.
Yeah.
Like being an actor, being a singer is like viewed as this very amazing, sexy, really, really like something that everyone should want to do one day.
Yeah.
And even if you look at the people in that, I used to do a boring job in the bank, and then I got my chance, and now I'm here. Like the way that they market that, right? I think it's made that career a lot more popular amongst people.
This is still look पहले मैं बहुत depressed था, फिर मैंने ये ad देखा, then I'm like, oh my god, crazy life.
Yeah.
So, hey, sorry.
Stand-up became really famous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I wanted to do a stand-up once.
Blew up in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like once Amazon picked up, I think 3 or 4 people for specials.
Yeah.
That's when everybody started doing stand-up.
Correct. Actually, it's still my dream to do a stand-up today. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Like, for example, like I think I was in first year of college and there was this open mic, which was there. So I had a piece of, some comedy jokes of what happens in a 12th graduation day. We talked about this in the previous podcast. So I wanted to do this in front of an open mic, but the problem was it was in a bar. Okay, and the parents are like, "You're not." Yeah, it was in a bar. Usually, all these bars have these open mics and all that. So my parents said, "You are not going." I don't know.
Now?
Like, no, not now, but
I mean, you have a mic and it is open. You would know. We laugh.
Bro, you gotta have the mood now for it. Gotta have the mood.
Maybe you can test your material with us, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some other day. But definitely one day I will do that, yes.
Stand-up clip coming on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Then next thing we know, you're on Amazon Prime as Tony Iyer Shark.
Tony Iyer,
Tony Shankar.
Shankar, sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
Tony Shankar Stark.
So, yeah.
Sir Tony Shankar Stark, Your Honor.
But shifting topic, I think this podcast is also kind of a dream for me and Ashish because we never thought that we would have the kind of reach it has now. So you can call that, yes, that's another dream.
Yeah, it's a great thing that you guys are doing and you're taking out so much time from your lives to do this. I have immense respect for you guys for doing this.
Wow. Hashtag feeling validated. Okay, so what are your dreams at the beginning of college?
I think in the beginning of college, I wanted to be a scientist. But I guess once you actually go through things, you realize how hard it can be and what is the pro and the con of leading a life of like a scientist. So it did open my eyes and I absolutely loved it. And I think some part of me still wants to do research. But upon talking to a lot of people and getting a lot of advice, I know that I should also look at other things. There's a lot of things in science. You don't just have to be in the research side of things. But I do know that biotech is my passion. Like I really had a great time studying it, and I think I was pretty good at it. I mean, I might not have had the best marks, but when you're told by other people that you seem like you can go far here, you feel really good, and if it makes you money, then why not? So I really had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope I get to do it further.
So interesting point with Harshitha. So validation, that's such an important part, right? You have a dream, you want to become a painter. Someone has to say your work is good. Because, for example, one of my friends, so first 2 years of his college, he used to paint a lot. Okay, he used to paint a lot, put it on WhatsApp, Instagram. Not much validation, not so much, right? Then he went into a very bad phase. Okay, very, very bad phase for some time. And now he's come out of it. And now, right now, he has a gallery opening of his own.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Great for him.
Yeah, so validation, if people don't validate your work, I mean, I can say this as a personal thing. When I started writing, people never validated. I had a blog. Nobody used to comment. I used to send it to 100 people. No, one person used to comment. But then when it came out as a book or whatever, then people started saying, oh, you've done something. But if my parents had not validated my work, or a few people who were actually interested in what I was doing had not validated, I would have quit long ago. So validation is such an important part of, you, of course you can say that you have to know you're good, you have to be the best in the world, but end of the day man is a social animal, and if man does not give validation to man, who else will?
I agree.
So yeah. So are you like, what were your dreams in college in the beginning, and what were your dreams after college? So Ashish, how about you?
Mine, in the beginning again, it was business, business, business. I thought I would come
I
to
feel
college.
Ashish is like really set in life, like business, business, okay, business.
No, wait. Like my life is about to crumble. Don't worry, okay. I was set in life before college, right? And I thought, like business, business, business. I'll just, go in. I will learn how to analyze companies. I will learn how to, understand business in and out. I'll learn how to build a company from starting till the end. And then college happened, and I learned nothing from that. I just like, this was 3 years of my life just gone like that. And I think like throughout college also, I think college more than anything is when you're aware of politics happening. Like if you have any college committee happening, or I think that kind of like internal politics just shows up in your face throughout college.
All right. So we've traversed the entire spectrum, starting from nursery to adolescence to adult life. What advice about dreams has helped you in your life? So let's start with Harshita.
I think we've seen all of this on the internet, and it's like super motivational. But I think it drives a really important point is to never to stop dreaming, and you should never stop dreaming, and it's never too late. You should always follow your dreams. You should always have the courage to follow your dreams no matter what. You shouldn't listen to the people around you. If you really want something, you should go for it, achieve it. It doesn't matter if you're 20, if you're 30, or you're 40. You should just do it because you get to live only once. And I hope that going forward, even I keep this in mind. There's so many things changing these days. There's so much technology. You can become a star on YouTube, and you can travel and become a vlogger. So there are different things that you can do. And if you do truly find a passion in one of them, I think you should follow it.
All right. So Ajay, what about you? If there's one line you can say about dreams, what would it be?
I think it would be just start. I think it doesn't really matter if you don't know the next step or what the entire process is. Like just start and learn along the way.
So from my end, it would be very short actually. Start your dream, pursue your dream, repeat.
My point only,
It is the same thing. Yeah, start, pursue, repeat. Start, pursue,
Hey, he
repeat.
copied our answer, dude. What the hell?
Control C, Control V, dude. That's what engineers are.
That's
No, the reason why I say this is because people say that dreams are things that don't need to sleep. Uh, dreams are those which take you, make you fly in the air. You're freaking the airplane now. What is this? But still, for me, the dream is, if I want to achieve that, I work on the process. Never imagine the end result. Work on the process. That would be my thing.
Yeah, I think that's very important because all of us like to imagine what it would be like to achieve the dream, but half of us are not ready to hustle for it. So you do drive a very good point.
So, like, to kind of end the episode on a good note, like Harshita, what are your dreams currently?
My dream currently is to be happy and is to be rich.
Great dream.
Thank you.
How about you, Shiva?
Finish this episode.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What is your dream currently?
Currently?
Yes.
Finish lab record. Get pass lab exams, pass final exams, get good CGPA, get certificate, get out.
Brilliant.
How about you, Ashish?
Businessman, bionic suit, floating in air. Yeah,
I
that's
think
it.
immediate goal is to get my certification in CSCS. I
Wow.
want to finish that.
Uh,
And I think within the next 2 years, put my own game out in the
oh, you.
to Steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Big man, big man.
I feel I've not done anything in life after listening to him.
Yeah, because look at your dreams.
Huh?
My dreams are at least like I want to be rich and happy. It's like big dream. Okay, my dream at least I have something. Your dream finish lab record, finish exam.
What's
Finish
your
that.
actual dream? Tell
Bro,
me.
those are actual dreams. You don't know how tough. You'll write on record. Teacher's like, write it again. What is the problem? No, ma'am, I have spent last night 2 hours to write this. You please give correction, okay? Don't say correct it. And not just one lab record. There are 3, 4 lab records. Only engineers
Oh,
understand,
man.
bro. Only engineers
Hey,
understand.
yeah, even I did this. It was not that
Yeah.
hard. Don't lie.
It's okay. But hey, in biotech, no. What is hard in biotech? What is it?
Don't you dare put down biotech. Okay, it's super hard.
What is there? Bio plus tech. Bio is there, tech is there. Finished. I combine
two
both.
things. You're just studying one. I'm studying 2 things. I study 2 things.
Yeah, like plant is there. Oh, give it some sensors. Oh, biotech finished. Oh, cool. She's like already pissed.
Shankar Stark is so annoying. Just like Tony Stark.
Tadastu.
Full of sad.
I love your idea of biotech. It's just like take a small portable radio, put it on a plant. Biotech.
Yeah, finished.
Take a watch, put it on a human being. Biotech.
Yeah, so, well, that's been the end of another crazy episode. This is episode 19. You're listening with me, Shiva. This is not community radio, but I have to talk like a Rajay. Still, so Harshitha, thank you
You
for.
don't have to, but you choose to.
Yeah, I choose to. So that's another dream. You choose your dreams. Don't let Ashish tell you can't. Right?
Whoa, mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
have better dreams than finishing the bloody lab record.
it's a dream. Now go ask any engineer. He'll tell you. What's your dream? Finish lab record. Okay. So Harshitha, thank you for coming on the show. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much. It was a great experience.
Yeah, a lot of call drops, a lot of background noise. I don't know if you really enjoyed. Big. I really hope you did. Right.
Oh, I really did. I was not nervous at all as soon as we started.
And thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you're on YouTube. Follow us on our other social media platforms like Facebook, Reddit, etc. Like and share the post on all of our social media pages. If you have any topic that you would like us to talk about, there is a link in the description on YouTube and on all of our social media pages. If you would like to be on the podcast and talk about any issues with us, then there is a link for that in the YouTube description as well. There's also links for that on all of our social media pages. Once again, thank you very much for watching and goodbye.
And right. Good night, guys. See you.